Urgent Cleveland Browns fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Cleveland Browns updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, Browns fans, sit tight because today's story is sparking a lot of conversations around the league and among the fanbase. We're talking about something that has left many of you feeling a mix of frustration, disbelief, and maybe a little bit of motivation. The NFL schedule makers, those who decide which teams play when and on what stage, have come under fire recently, and the reason is quite clear, or at least it should be. The Cleveland Browns, a team on the rise, a team with a passionate fan base, a team that's been climbing back to relevance after some tough years, has been completely snubbed when it comes to prime-time games for the upcoming season. Yes, you heard that right. Despite the Browns' recent performance improvements, their exciting roster, and the buzz around players like Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, Myles Garrett, and the young rising stars, they have been left out of the coveted prime-time slots. 0 primetime games. No Sunday night, no Monday night, and no Thursday night appearances. That's a stark contrast to what many predicted, especially considering the optimism that's been building around Cleveland. Fans, analysts, and even some league insiders thought that with the Browns' trajectory, they'd be featured prominently, especially as they've been making progress in building a competitive team that can contend for the playoffs. But why? That's the big question on everyone's mind. The NFL, as we know, is a league that loves marquee matchups. Teams with star power, big markets, or recent success tend to get those prime-time slots, and the Browns, to many, fit that bill. Their fan base is passionate, their stories are compelling, and their roster is full of talent that can easily attract viewers. So, why did the schedule makers seemingly overlook them this year? Some speculate it's a matter of timing, others believe it's just a scheduling quirk, but the consensus among fans and insiders is that this is a missed opportunity for the league to showcase one of its most promising teams. Let's take a closer look at what this means for the Browns. First, it's a blow to the team's visibility. Primetime games are not just about national exposure, they're about morale, attracting new fans, and showcasing the team's best talent on the biggest stage. For Cleveland, a city that's been through its share of ups and downs, this is a chance to rally around the team and show the nation what they're capable of. Plus, it's a chance for the players to shine under the brightest lights, to prove to the critics and skeptics that they're ready for prime time. Players like Myles Garrett, who's been a force on defense, and Deshaun Watson, who's eager to revitalize his career, thrive when they're under the spotlight. A lack of primetime games might seem like a setback, but for many players, it's also a challenge, a chance to prove they don't need a big stage to be recognized as elite. Now, it's important to acknowledge that the Browns are not just about individual stars. They've built a solid team philosophy, a culture that emphasizes resilience, work ethic, and team cohesion. Head coach Kevin Stefanski, for example, has been praised for his leadership and ability to develop players and foster a winning mentality. Despite the scheduling snub, he and his coaching staff have emphasized staying focused on their goals. They've been saying all the right things, like control what we can control, and we're here to compete, no matter when or where we play. And honestly, that mindset is crucial because it shows maturity and professionalism. It's all about showing that they're ready to make a statement on the field, regardless of the stage they're given. And speaking of the team, let's not forget how talented this roster really is. The Browns have invested heavily in their defense, especially with stars like Myles Garrett, who's been a game wrecker and one of the top pass rushers in the league. His leadership and presence on the line are vital, and he's someone who can change the course of a game with a single play. On offense, Deshaun Watson is looking to rebound from some turbulent seasons and reclaim his status as one of the league's top quarterbacks. When he's at his best, the Browns' offense can be explosive, capable of putting up points in bunches. Alongside him, Nick Chubb remains one of the most consistent and hardest-hitting runners in the league, a true workhorse who can carry the offense when needed. What's more, the young core of the Browns roster shows promise for the future. Players like Denzel Ward, Grant Delpit, and Amari Cooper are not just talented, they're hungry to prove that Cleveland is their home for success. The team has been steadily building a winning culture, and last season's improvements showed that they're on the right path. Many analysts have pointed out that with a bit of luck and some strategic play calling, this team could break out and surprise a lot of people in 2024. Now, I want to pause here for a second. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. This lack of primetime exposure might seem like a setback, but don't forget, the NFL season is long, and games are played every week. Sometimes, teams that are overlooked early on come back stronger, fueled by the motivation of proving doubters wrong. That's exactly what the Browns are banking on. They see this as an opportunity to work harder, stay focused, and make a statement when it counts the most. It's a mental game as much as it is about physical talent, and Cleveland's players are well aware that they're being tested, not just by opponents but also by the league's scheduling decisions. And what about the fans? Browns fans are some of the most passionate in the league. The tailgates, the chants, the unwavering support through thick and thin, this team means everything to Cleveland. Many of you have been waiting for a team that can finally contend, that can bring playoff excitement back to the city. And now, with this perceived snub, your faith is being tested. But I tell you, don't let this dampen your spirits. If anything, it should galvanize you to support your team even more. The players feel that energy, and they're going to use it as fuel to push harder, to work smarter, and to come out swinging in every game. Looking ahead, the Browns' schedule is packed with challenges, but also opportunities. They face tough division rivals like the Baltimore Ravens and Cincinnati Bengals, teams that are also fighting to establish dominance in the AFC North. This division is arguably one of the most competitive in the league, and every game will matter. But Cleveland has the talent and the grit to compete with anyone. Their defense, led by Garrett, can disrupt any offense, and their offense has the firepower to put up points in bunches. If they can execute consistently, stay healthy, and avoid the costly mistakes, they could very well turn this perceived scheduling slight into motivation to make a deep playoff run. And let's not forget the broader context. The NFL has been trying to balance entertainment, marketability, and fairness in scheduling. Sometimes, teams get the spotlight, and sometimes they don't. But history shows us that talent, grit, and determination often shine through regardless of when and where they play. The Browns are a prime example of a team that's not waiting for the league to recognize them, they're going to earn that recognition on the field. Their coaching staff has been emphasizing discipline, adaptability, and resilience. They're ready to face whatever comes their way and prove that they belong among the league's elite. As the season approaches, all eyes will be on Cleveland. Will they embrace this challenge as motivation? Will they turn the perceived snub into a rallying cry that propels them to greatness? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, the Browns are not backing down. They're determined to show everyone that they're a team to watch, regardless of the schedule. The players are motivated, the coaching staff is focused, and the fans are fired up. This season could be one of the most exciting in recent memory for Cleveland, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this scheduling controversy? Do you believe it's just a mistake, or is there a deeper reason behind it? How do you think the team will respond on the field? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. Remember, this isn't just about the schedule, it's about showing that Cleveland is a city of champions, a city that never gives up, no matter what obstacles are thrown in its path. I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and all the latest news from the Browns camp. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and keep supporting your team through thick and thin. This season is shaping up to be one for the history books, and Cleveland is ready to make its mark. Let's go Browns!